Yo, so we're bringing this back as I promised that I would do for the year 2024. Which, speaking of, hopefully everybody's getting their 2024s off to a really good start, even though we're about 4 or 5 days in, depending on when this video comes out. You know, it's just, I don't know how else to really say it, but this year has gotten off to a pretty good start mentally. As far as physically, I'm still just coming out of RSV. I'm still somewhat congested, and also I guess the cable internet went out for some reason. Not sure why, but hopefully it's fixed soon. But for right now, we're running wireless, so that's what's going on. Besides that, today we are looking at the most emotional moments in NASCAR history. A lot of them we already know, but doesn't hurt to revisit them. So let's strap in, get this party started.
It's a good run there in the middle of 3 and 4. They'll be coming for the white flag right here. 1 lap to go. The Childress team trying to go to victory lane.
A classic right here.
In a row in this race. We had a photo finish.
This is classic.
Get ready for another one, folks. Get up off your seats. Here they go for 2 in a row, trying to set them up. Gordon's going to make the big move on the inside when they get down here to turn 3. Slow car might be in the way. Here he comes. He's going to drive it to the bottom. Oh, Harvick's leaving a lot of bottom open.
Oh, yeah.
Slow car is going to be in the way. Just like a year ago, he's going to get him, though. He's going to get him. Gordon got loose. It's Harvick. Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches.
See, even I'm a Gordon fan, but you do have to admit, like, even during the time of being a Gordon fan, I wasn't. I mean, even obviously I wasn't one at this particular time. I was 1 year old. I didn't even know what NASCAR was at the time until a year after this. But for those who were Gordon fans at the time, you know, you have to admit this was a really refreshing moment to see, especially after the events that happened at Daytona a few weeks prior.
Look at Kevin Harvick as the fans saluted Dale with the number 3 on the 3rd lap. Kevin Harvick salutes him on the way to victory lane. If I was him, I'd run that thing out of gas riding around here. What could be more fitting? What could be more special? 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. What an incredible...
Yep, this was another one. This was another moment that, like, had more significance. Like, looking back at it now, this win for Truex, I think, has way more significance. This, for me, looking back at it now, this has way more significance than what it did, like, in the moment.
Off turn 4. Martin Truex Jr. for single car furniture row racing wins at Charlotte.
Pretty much dominated the entire thing.
Career victory.
You talk about your team here with a 78, but no more important team than this young lady right next to you. What does this win mean to you? Because you've been there by his side, just like he's been by your side.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I keep telling him that he had to lose all those races and that God was building this character to win a big one. And this is huge for us in our hometown and our family and for Johnny and Barney. And we've been through so much. This is just the icing on the cake. It's awesome. It's so cool.
Final lap in Atlanta.
This is,
Johnson leading Mark Martin.
This is another one.
Got through there a little bit better this time,
like,
Jimmy Johnson, but Mark still gained on him just a touch. But Johnson's got it.
These are moments in history where you're like, for this,
in a row for that 48 car.
You're glad that moments like these happened, especially after horrible things that happened, or just things that are like, I don't know, but you know,
I'll tell you, that's good stuff.
But you know, you're really happy that, like, you know, after something bad that happened, like a tragedy, or like for Truex's case with Sherry, God rest her soul, by the way, may she rest in peace, with what she was dealing with cancer, of course, and even for Truex, who had been trying to win time and time again, and even when he wasn't winning as much, and like back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, early to mid 2010s, until he really started taking off at Furniture Row, you're always happy that moments like this happen, because these are such relieving moments. It's always a shot of dopamine. You're just thankful for moments like these, because then you can look back on them and it's just like, man, we really were able to bounce back. If that makes sense.
It's what you wanted.
There is no medicine like that. It doesn't change anything, and we don't get back our friends that we've lost. But it sure makes it feel better to do something like this, and
it really does.
It's just unbelievable, as you can imagine. Lost for words.
It honestly does.
Know where to start. I got to thank my crew guys, everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, to have such a difficult week, to be able to bounce back and to do this. I don't even know what to say. This is unbelievable. I just talked to Rick on the phone. He said, put my hat on backwards for little Ricky.
Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe right there.
Ooh. Yeah, I watched this live. I watched
Chase
this.
Bell.
And you gotta admit, like this, like the race in between Briscoe and Bell, like you gotta admit, this was cool.
John Hunter Nemechek, the gap he needs
But
for sure to get to the finish.
Nemechek, but what's going on with Nemechek? Like right here, this is way cooler.
Nemechek around turn 4.
This is way cooler.
So much tough luck this year, but tonight is his night. Nemechek wins at Gateway.
The emotion there on John Hunter Nemechek's face.
Because like Nemechek had been going through so much that year.
Him as well. Getting congratulations from all his crew members.
And him finally getting a win in 2017, man, that was pretty big. Pretty big for him.
I know there's been a lot up and down for this team. What does this do for you guys moving forward, this win?
Yeah, it's definitely an emotional win. All the hard work that goes in, everyone works their tails off, and we haven't had the best of luck this year. And getting in victory lane when we needed to, God is great. I can't thank him enough. Being faithful, I knew all the hard work would pay off. So this is awesome Father's Day present for Dad here and team owner.
And Rutledge, Matt DiBenedetto finishes second.
This, okay, now
I know the emotion coming this week. What's going through your head?
This right here.
I don't know. I wanted to win so bad for these guys.
This is a moment where I think Matt DiBenedetto really came into his own. Like talent-wise. I mean, like Dibby was always talented, but this was a night where he really shined.
I'm so thankful, but
and I mean, I think even when myself and a few other people were watching, we were all just like so disappointed that he wasn't able to win, but we were really happy with the result that he got, like, and the performance that he put on. That was big.
I try not to get emotional, but it's been a tough week, and I just want to stick around and keep doing this for a long time to come. I love it. I love the opportunity, and I'm not done yet. Something will come open. It's gonna happen. I'm here to win. Something's gonna come open. I'm proud of these guys. Thankful for my wife and fans for sticking with me. It's been a tough journey. It's been a hard week, and this is cool for this team.
Obviously, very emotional, Matt DiBenedetto. That second place, guys.
There you go, buddy. White flag.
Now this is one I watched. I watched this one live, dude. Like live and in person.
Oh my God! I wish people at home could be here to see these people in the grandstands and to hear them. We're up here in the TV booth, and you can hear these people.
Yeah, Junior at this point had not won in 4 years.
Junior down the back straightaway and into turn 3 for the final time.
I sat in the turn 3 grandstands when they were around when Junior won. This is the one and only time I saw Dale Jr. win live. Live and in person. Like, this was really cool, though. This was awesome.
Coming back no matter what.
Yeah. I figured this one would be in here. So
Kyle Busch missed the first 11 races of the season with a broken leg and a broken foot after an accident at Daytona.
It's by 20.
Down the backstretch. His closest competitor, just a dot in the rearview mirror.
Just a dot in the rearview mirror.
3 and 4. No one has battled through as much pain and had as much perseverance as 30-year-old Kyle Busch. Tonight he earns his first Cup title. Kyle Busch, the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
So, okay. Admittedly, like, as controversial as this is, it's still a pretty emotional moment, like, for Kyle. Because, obviously, back in 2015, you know, broke his leg. A lot of us thought, man, this is the end of Kyle's career. Some of us probably thought that that was the end of Kyle's career right there. But, you know, he was so determined to come back, and he was so, you know, he was so determined to come back. He really wanted to come back and win the title. I'm pretty sure he was just determined to win. But when he came back in, you know, at Charlotte, it took him a little bit to kind of, you know, find his stride again. And then I think he started he slowly added back to his schedule. So then obviously Cup, you know, he came back to that first. Then I think his first Xfinity Series race back at Michigan, wound up winning that. Then the next week won Sonoma and for the Cup Series, and then it just was like boom, 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 boom. He's just winning races left and right, dude. And then this is like, man, that's the icing on the cake. For missing a third of the season and then coming back and then winning a title like this is like, man, like it is a comeback. It's a comeback from an injury, and it's a pretty emotional one as well. So, I mean, although like I am very touch and go with this championship win by Kyle, I will say that this was a pretty emotional moment for him, like 100%.
What do you say about this year, Kyle?
Pretty unbelievable, I guess. You know, it's a dream of a lifetime, a dream come true, and something that only happens every so often, you know, and I just can't believe it with everything that happened this year and all the turmoil, all the things that I went through, that my wife went through, that my family went through, and people those around me that they went through.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to NASCAR America at Home. Marty Snyder, Dave Burns, and Parker Kligerman joining you here after the Xfinity Series race, immediately after a win. Honestly, Parker, that left me speechless. I mean, what emotion we saw from Chase Briscoe after that race. And I've got to ask you as a driver, I can't process, I don't understand how drivers can go through something like Chase Briscoe went through with his wife Marissa, losing a child earlier this week.
This is hard.
And he goes out and not only performs and
this was hard to hear, but like it was
in the world at Kyle Busch. How do you
it was so awesome
yourself mentally
that Chase was able to bounce back with this win.
That level and beat someone like Kyle Busch on the track.
Like, look at that.
Incredible. You know, you can't help but have been thinking about Chase and Marissa all week. I mean, what they went through, and obviously it's been a really tough week for him. But that's the thing about athletes, Marty. You know, they find a way to compartmentalize.
Like this was
be able to focus on the
this
task
was an
at hand.
amazing win right here.
Their job is what they
like,
need to do, and race car drivers especially because
especially for
you
Chase.
can't drive a race car distracted. You're forced, your body, you're mentally forced to focus on the task at hand because you're going so fast in the corners. There's so many things coming at you.
Chevy, Pontiac, Ford, that's how they run. But Earnhardt has a benefit. There's a slow car
yep.
up ahead.
And there's trouble.
A classic.
Some cars get strangled. It might be this. Whoever gets back to the start-finish line,
100% classic right here. And it still is a pretty emotional one.
Spencer got together.
This could be the Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte goes to the outside.
Labonte up high. Earnhardt uses the lap car of Rick Bass as a pit.
Especially 2 decades of trying.
20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500.
Yep.
Finally, the most anticipated moment in racing.
Wait, I think it was, hold on. Hold on, man. Like, look at the windshield. I think it's, yeah.
The most anticipated moment in racing.
I think it's just like, you saw their arms, right?
Dale Earnhardt said he could win
Off of Earnhardt and Labonte's cars. Like, they were just like, I think they were, I don't know if they were singing to slow down or they were just like, yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Checkered flag. Dale Earnhardt finally is a champion of the Daytona 500. Look out on pit
Dude.
road. Every man on every crew has come out to the edge of pit lane.
Yep.
To congratulate the man who has dominated everything there is to win in this sport, except this race, until today.
This, yeah, this was really emotional too, man. Even racing on this configuration of Daytona, like more so like the pavement, like this type of Daytona was just so difficult. But like, look at this. Look at behind them too, 4 wide, and they held on to that. But this was the moment right here. That was big. This is another big moment from that year. Like, lots of healing from what happened back in February of that year. Man. But yeah, that pretty much is gonna do for this one. Do apologize if my reactions were kind of just blah. One, I'm kind of still waking up, but also number 2 is just like I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little rusty. But we're planning on doing more in the future. So, but anyways, if you guys like this, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't considered subscribing yet, recommend you do so in order to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. Also, let me know what other type of NASCAR videos you'd like to see me react to. I'll also come up with some of my own. Depending on when this comes out, I'll be live. I'm live Thursday through Sundays on Twitch at 8 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Consider stopping by, saying hi, maybe dropping a follow over there. But that pretty much does it for us. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.